Meadows. I am the founder of 2MQ Consulting. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time, but I want you to understand that 2MQ is a holistic company. Marketing is just one of those things that we do. We actually have an umbrella of tools and services and solutions for flight schools. We've been in aviation for quite some time. Also have been part of the airline industry, as well as been part of flight schools and grown flight schools internally. We now have taken the show on the road, and we now go across the country helping many other flight schools across the country. As part of the airline industry, one of my roles was to travel across the country identifying flight schools as service providers for the industry. And one of those common things that we found out going across the country is that you're more alike than different, okay? With regards to being owners and being owners of flight schools, the challenge is many times we're in the weeds of it, right? We're doing everything. We're helping with scheduling. We are answering the phones. We are the marketing team. We are the everything. How many of you all are owners and are also without a marketing team? I mean an actual team. How many of you have designated people for marketing? Okay, how many have designated people who are experienced marketers? Yeah, and so the numbers get smaller and smaller and smaller with regards to that. So one of the things I wanted to do is, because many times as flight schools, many times margins are thin, right? We run very, very lean. We're doing the marketing inside ourselves. I wanted to provide you with some information that you can take home with you today. Is that okay? And feel free to take screenshots of the slides and so forth. I'm going to cover something that you keep hearing about, and it's called AI. And how can AI help you in terms of creating content? Because really, what you're doing, what you have to do is make sure that you are creating content that would be engaging for people that they want to see, that will attract them and so forth. So then you can do what Tim was talking about, be able to drive them to the website and go through that marketing funnel process. Does that make sense? Okay. Change. All right. So I wanted to really focus on AI prompts. Okay. How many of you have dipped into AI? And used ChatGPT, Bard/Gemini now. It's Gemini now, and so many of the others. There's different ones and so forth, be it SEMrush, and there's so many. I can't even, Keep is another platform as well. But what you want to do is make sure that you're creating AI prompts that will unlock the potential, okay? And you can use that and leverage this in terms of technology. But the challenge is what do I need to tell this thing called AI to get what I want out of it? How many of you have put things in the prompt and it didn't even come close to what you were asking for, or it came out kind of funny and you're trying to figure out how you can zero in on it? So I wanted to go over some key components of creating an effective prompt. Now, why am I going over this? Is because AI can help you save time in terms of creating content. The truth be told, creating content takes a lot of time, right? Especially if you're doing things like you're trying to post 2 and 3 times a week, right? And you're trying to create that. You might have content you need to create for your website and so forth. It takes a lot of time. And you're also trying to drive, you want to try to engage people on the phone. So part of the whole key component, one of the top things you want to do is be clear in terms of what you're asking this prompt to do. What is it that you want out of this when you finish, okay? So you're defining your desired outcome. So Be it a product, be it a program, be it a blog post. I want to create a blog post that, does that make sense? Makes it clear as to what you're creating. Create a header for email that, okay, that is what clarity is going to be. Next, you want to be specific about your content. And so you want to tell it things like, how long do you want this to be? Okay, do you want it to be 2 sentences? Do you want to create a paragraph? Do you want it to be what keywords? So if you're creating something for like career pilot program, you want that keyword in there somehow, right? If you're talking about, if you call your program airline pilot program and you have done your search on keywords, you've done a whole keyword, you have a keyword list, hopefully we have a keyword list, right? You want to make sure you include some of those keywords in there. Tone as well. Do you want it to be funny? Do you want it to be informational? Do you want whatever you're creating, do you want it to, what kind of tone do you want it to have as well? Next is context. And so you want to provide the background information with regards to this, okay? Who is your target audience? Okay, created for age range of 21 to 45. Okay, get specific, and then that's why it's important for you to know the demographics and the developing your personas and knowing the demographics of who you are trying to attract for your target market. Next, one of the smart things to do with regards to creating a good prompt, provide an example. If you can provide an example like this, create, a topic, what you wanted, like, and you put in there, you can copy and paste something that you've seen that you wanted kind of like that, like this. That will also help you to get out what you're looking to achieve. This part is very, very important. It's the guidance piece. It is providing clear instructions and use open-ended questions. Okay, so what does that mean? Those are some words. The other thing is, and I'm going to get into that, be specific in terms of the restrictions and the boundaries. What is the brand voice? What are the guidelines around it? I'm going to give you an example right here. You ready? Okay, so the first one was clear instructions, open-ended questions. Example, write 3 engaging social media posts for what? For Instagram, promoting what? Our new FAA Part 141 approval launch. You see how specific that is? How clear that is in terms of instructions? Then it's restricting or boundaries, which is talking about brand voice in the guidelines. What does that look like? This is the instructions, okay? This isn't telling you what to do. This is the instructions that we're telling the AI, okay, how we want to do it, okay? We want to use humor, okay? We want you to also use visuals to attract attention, but ensure the post stays within our brand voice guidelines and character limit. The character limit was that where you had actually talked about what your parameters were, right? And so if you're talking about, remember I said 1 sentence, 2 sentences, a paragraph, you want that, I wanted less than 200 words or less than 200 characters, whatever that is. They can be used for blogs, it can be used for whatever it is. AI is definitely something that you should use. And I'm gonna finish up with accuracy. One of the things, AI is fantastic. I love technology. I love seeing it unfold and so forth. But the challenge that we have right now, with it being such a new thing too, especially in this space, is making sure what you're getting is accurate, right? So, having said that, you want to make sure you proofread. It sounds silly, it sounds basic, that's because it is, but sometimes those things are the things that we skip over. So you want to make sure your grammar is correct, your spelling is also correct, okay? And then you want to ensure that it's factual information and it's correct and up to date. Depending on what platform you're using in terms of AI, be it ChatGPT, or you're talking what was Bard, Gemini is what they're called now. One may be more up to date is because of how they actually gather their information. One tends to be more web-based, or it certainly is the web. Okay, the other one is based off of certain finite data, okay, that happens. So, having said that, you want to check to make sure it's accurate. It is not always accurate, so it's important for you to use this as a tool, not the beginning and your end. I use AI, okay? However, I use it for ideas. I use it for how to say something better. I use it for getting more of an idea in terms of where I want to go. Why is that important? It saves me time, okay? It saves me time. So that's why it's important for us to also go back and check. So what does Ronald Reagan say? Ronald Reagan used to say, trust, but what? Verify, right? And that is really, really important. You'll find a lot of information on the internet, and so will AI. Some of it's accurate, some of it's not. But is this a tool to help save you time, especially for those organizations that are running very lean? Absolutely, positively, you can use it to help you. Okay? Feel free to reach out to me. Some of you all have already taken a picture of the QR code before we started early on. Those that do not have that, please feel free to do so. Even more so, I am accessible. I hope I am also, you feel that I'm approachable, okay? I don't have all the answers. I don't have all the answers. But we have been working with flight schools for quite some time and been in the industry for many years and so forth. And one of the things that we like to do is partner with people and help. So if you have a question, a very specific question, you want to come up and just ask. It's okay. All right, you're not picking my brain. I don't care. Okay, I'm here to help you. Michael, who is also our lead consultant as well, he is also accessible as well, and he also likes to help. That's why we're in this thing, to help you all to be better and grow and help your vision to come to reality. Okay? Thank you for taking time out to listen. I appreciate it.